With Pokemon Journeys episode 80 just a week away, we finally received a summary for this exciting episode. In my previous video, I speculated about how this episode would be Go focused, as of which this will be his first official mission for Project Mew. But of course guys, if you're excited for this episode, make sure to thunder punch the subscribe button and turn on all notifications to be the first to hear about all Pokemon Journeys news. Lastly, be sure to fire punch the like button as it really does help the video do well. With all of that said, let's get on with today's video. As I said earlier, we received the summary and voice actor list for episode 80. Credits to Adamant on PokemonMonsters.net for all the info here. The summary reads, Go has received a trial mission from Project Mew. It says get at Volcarona's golden scales. Ash and Go decide to visit the desert resort's colossal ruins in the Unova region, which they have been to before. Will Go manage to clear the mission without problems? We also have the voice cast for this episode, which includes Ash, Go, Pikachu, Cinderace, Professor Cerise, Urshifu, Alolan Ninetales, Grookey, Inteleon, Tsurugi, Asahi, Hodaka, Nito, Group Leader, Krissa, and lastly Renji. The first key point from the summary is that Ash and Go will be returning to the colossal ruins in the desert resort, which the boys went to in episode 14 and had a raid battle against Golurk. I'm happy that we're going back to Unova, however I assume that we will be going to Relic Castle as it is close to the desert resort. Also, in the black and white games, you can only find Volcarona in the Relic Castle, so I suspected we'd be heading there. However, this is not the case, which is a shame, but it's not a big deal. Moving on, from the voice actor list, Volcarona is nowhere to be seen, which is quite strange. The title and summary for this episode both state that they'll be looking for Volcarona's golden scales, so surely the Pokemon would feature as well, like Moltres in episode 68 where Gary needed its feathers to complete his mission. This could just be the VA list not including it to surprise us, as I think it would be kinda weird if they didn't include the actual Pokemon itself, but of course you guys can let me know your thoughts down below. Next, it looks like all of the Gala starters will be making appearances in this episode, being Grookey, Cinderace, and the recently evolved Inteleon. I'm really looking forward to this as it's been a while since we've seen all three in one episode, so I can't wait to see how they will all interact with each other. And there's a possibility that these will be the only three Pokemon Go will use in this mission. In the VA list, we also see Alolan Ninetales, which I don't think will have any significant role in this episode. It will most likely appear in a flashback or recap to episode 71. Also, we do actually have a new character on this list who is called Nito. He could potentially just be one of those characters of the day for this episode, or two, one of the 5 Project Mew chasers, because we know there's only 3 spots left on the team looking for Mew, so he could definitely be one of them. Lastly, it looks like Tsurugi, Asahi, and the leader of Project Mew, Hodaka, will be returning in this episode. I'm pleased that they're all in this episode. When it comes to Hodaka, I think he'll just be talking about something to do with the mission at the end of the episode. But when it comes to Tsurugi and Asahi, I think the pair of them will actually go with Ash and Go for this episode. As I said in my last video, because this is Go's first official mission for Project Mew, it would make a lot of sense that either Tsurugi or Asahi would tag along with the boys, just to make sure that everything goes good, and of course, because it's his first one. With this mission, I think that the stakes are much higher, as they have to go looking for the scales in the colossal ruins. The last time they went, Ash and Go would have gone into some big problems if the other trainers weren't there. So having the most skilled trainers from Project Mew is definitely a good idea. There's even a chance that the boys could learn a lot from them, as we know that Go is still learning and trying to improve as a trainer. Still, even Ash, who's been on loads of journeys through different regions, can maybe learn a trick or two from them, which he can use in battles or just general situations. In the VA list, we can also see that Tsurugi's Urshifu will also appear, which is expected, especially if he will be with the boys. But it specifically says single strike style next to Urshifu's name, which makes me believe that there's a possibility another form of Urshifu will be in this episode. Because of this, I think there's a big possibility that Asahi will have her own Urshifu, being the rapid strike style. My reason for this is that before we knew that Tsurugi had Urshifu, I always thought that Ash and Go would get their own Cubfus at the Isles of Armor, and then evolve them into their different styles. However, when Tsurugi was shown to have one, it kind of threw off that theory, due to the fact that it would be weird to me if either Ash or Go got the rapid strike style. This is where Asahi comes to play, because if Tsurugi has the single strike one, then it makes more sense that she would get the opposite, being the rapid strike style. But in simple, the G-Max forms of Urshifu being red and blue match Tsurugi and Asahi's colour schemes. And that's something I just noticed just now. As always guys, these are just my thoughts for episode 80. Are you excited for this episode, and what do you think will happen in episode 80? Please let me know by dropping a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all things Pokemon anime related. It's been your boy Zera, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Whoa, yeah, no I got drip like ice, hold up, roll up, sippin' on drink, I'm nice, LV on, I'm drippy, you don't got bread, don't hit me, pull up with the gang, ain't with me, got that bitch like whoa, dress this sauce, I know, hold up, whoa, hold up, whoa, no I got drip like ice, hold up, roll up.